Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Blue Square SEO and Digital Marketing Podcast. I'm your host, Paul Burkett from Blue Square Management, and in today's podcast, I'm going to talk about 10 website tips on how to get more customers. For any business with an online presence, the most important role of a website is to attract more customers, clients or patients. If you design your website correctly, then it should provide a huge ROI, as those who land on your page are potential opportunities to make a profit and form a relationship with. A good website should inform your visitors of what your business is all about. Then it should persuade them to take the next step, so they become customers, clients or patients. This is a sort of science and an art, and is something that will require a little trial and error to get just right. Even if your website is currently performing well with a high conversion rate, there are almost always tweaks and changes you can make to start converting more people who visit into people who want to hire your services or buy your products. The good news? Often those changes are very simple to understand and implement. Here are 10 easy tips and tricks you can start using. Tip 1. Funneling. If your website exists primarily to gain leads and customers for your business, then you have a very clear, defined goal for your website. This gives you an advantage. A good website design will take this into account, and as such, everything on the page should lead the visitor to take action on what you want them to do, such as clicking on a buy button or submitting a quote request. If your page is currently cluttered with lots of information and lots of links, then users won't know where they're supposed to go or what they're supposed to click on. They'll end up with options paralysis. Instead, make sure that everything points in the same direction and leads to the same place, so that they can't help but gravitate towards the contact or order form. A quick thing you can try is to take the less is more approach and remove some of the unnecessary clutter to streamline the visitor experience and make sure your call to action is clear. Tip 2. Minimal design. In servicing this funneling, it is crucial to use an uncluttered design throughout your website, making it easy for your visitor to navigate. This in turn makes the design appear more sleek and professional. Consider the following design maxim. Don't decorate, communicate. In other words, no element on your website should be there just because it looks pretty. Instead, it should always serve a role in helping to communicate your message, aid navigation, or encourage sales. If it doesn't, get rid of it. Minimal web designs also load more quickly. They scale easier in terms of responsive web design, and they make it easier to create contrast, which is our next tip. Tip 3. There are 2 types of contrast that can be used in your website to increase conversions. The first is colour contrast. You can make your most important elements stand out more by using contrasting colours that leap off the page. Contrast can also be used to make ideas products stand out. If you have an online shop, for example, consider listing your most expensive items next to your cheapest ones. Why? Because contrast will make your cheaper items seem like even more of a good deal and your premium products seem like even better quality. Tip 4. The colour red. Using the colour red for your buy now button will actually increase the chances of people clicking on it. This might sound strange, but studies have demonstrated time and again that this is the case, and simply seeing the colour red increases your heart rate, thus our sense of urgency. As most purchases are emotional or impulsive decisions, this is a good thing for your sales. It also helps that red is a very contrasting colour against white, which will make that buy button stand out even more on the page. Tip 5. Social media integration. When a visitor lands on your website, it's an opportunity for you to get new customer, client or patient, right? Actually no. It's an opportunity for you to get lots of new customers, clients or patients, if you can leverage social sharing, including social media buttons to encourage your visitors to share pages with their networks, and that way you can get some free marketing along with an all-important testimonial or review. Tip 6. Provide value for free. Giving away a free taster is one of the oldest tricks in the book when it comes to business, and things are no different online. If your website can provide some kind of free value to your users, such as free information relevant to your industry, then you will not only encourage more sharing and bring back more repeat visitors, but you'll also establish more trust. This is especially crucial if you are selling a service or an informational product. It can be as simple as writing a good blog post, so it doesn't have to put you out of pocket. Tip 7. Lead capture. Every website that is designed to make money must have some form of lead capture. Not everyone is going to want to make an impulsive purchase right away, but if you can capture an email address, then you'll be able to build trust over time and market future products or services to people who have shown you interest in the past. Your database of email addresses can become an invaluable asset, so you need to start doing this right away. Tip 8. Use pop-ups. Pop-ups containing opt-in forms have been shown to be highly effective at increasing the number of leads you can capture from a website, though you don't want to irritate your visitors, so be careful how you handle this. Tip 9. Beautify your website. This should go without saying, but if you want people to buy from you, then you need to make sure your website looks stunning. This will reflect both on your business and on your products. You can't expect people to spend money with you if your site looks old or outdated. For each cosmetic change you make on your site, you will marginally increase your chances of making a conversion. Tip 10. Split test. But how do you know if all these changes are making a difference? That's where split testing comes in. Split testing essentially means making a tweak to your website and seeing whether that increases or decreases your conversion rate. A true split test is performed by showing versions of your website to different visitors and then collecting data from each. You would then either keep the page that increased its conversions or delete the page that decreased. You would then make another tweak and test that. It is an ongoing process. Tools like Optimizely or Google Optimize can help you do this. There you go, 10 easy tricks you can start using to attract new customers through your website. Give them a go and you'll find that they will pay dividends. I hope you found this episode helpful and see you in the next Blue Square SEO and Digital Marketing podcast. To be kept up to date with our latest podcasts, you can follow us on Anchor.fm, Spotify and Apple Podcast.